A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke, chapter 12, verses 35 to 38. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. Keep your shirts on. Keep the lights on. Be like house servants waiting for their master to come back from his honeymoon, awake and ready to open the door when he arrives and knocks. Lucky the servants whom the master finds on watch. He'll put on an apron, sit them at the table, and serve them a meal, sharing his wedding feast with them. It doesn't matter what time of night he arrives. They're awake and so blessed. The Gospel of the Lord.
Good morning. I am Father Joseph Matthew, and this is Coffee with God. Let us now listen to a short reflection on the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 12, verses 35 to 38. Be ready. In his letter to the Ephesians, St. Paul discusses the conflicts between Jewish and Gentile Christians in the early church, which persisted as Gentiles gained more prominence. Certain Christians, both Jewish and Gentile, regarded those from the opposing group with suspicion. Paul stresses in this letter the importance of Christians being mindful not to hold contempt for fellow Christians from different backgrounds. Paul's teaching also emphasizes the significance of Christ's sacrifice, symbolized by the breaking down of the barrier of hostility that divided the Jews and the Gentiles. In the Jerusalem temple, a wall separated the courts of the Gentiles from the inner areas. Inscriptions on this wall warned Gentiles of death if they entered the restricted parts of the temple. Today, people construct walls in their minds and hearts. We all tend to think in terms of them versus us. We are drawn to those who are like us and repelled by those who are not. With Jesus becoming the new temple, there was no longer a need for a wall to separate his people. Christ calls us to love our neighbor, even if our neighbor happens to be a Samaritan, a person from a different place and following a different religion. God wants to bring down the walls that divide us. James Matthew Barrie, a Scottish writer from the early 20th century, is best known for his play Peter Pan. He once stated, "The most perilous day in a man's life is when he discovers the word tomorrow, because on that day he learns procrastination." Today's gospel discusses the importance of readiness to welcome Jesus and pertains to the uncertainty of the moment when we will face death. How prepared are we for that moment? When death arrives, will we be able to echo Jesus' words, "Father, into your hands I commend my spirit"?